pressure on Boyer, but Boyer better be looking at it because Ryan is really running good. He's up in the 10th position right now. Got some fast lap times.
All right, they're doubling up for the restart, so let's go back upstairs to Marty, DJ, and Andy. And a little pesky shower's not going to stop the action.
Not for long, thanks, Alan. And let's revisit quickly the AT&T Fastest Pit Crew of the Year award. The fastest pit crew is determined by the winner of each race, pit times, and your votes. Be sure to text the car number to 2258 for your pit crew choice.
Well, the fastest pit crew on that round of pit stops on pit road was Clint Boyer's team. Just a little over 12 seconds.
Yeah, talk about Clint Boyer. One thing that they were talking about, and Ryan Newman being up there, the one thing that Clint Boyer still has to worry about, we've got very few cars out of this race, only 4 that are out right now. So if he does have some kind of problem, that puts him in a very precarious position. Ryan Newman up in that top 10.
Well, that's the thing I look at is Ryan Newman is on the move coming forward. So I would be kind of worried about that. I mean, I still think it's time for them to keep racing through the windshield. They've got a great car tonight.
Newman's restarting 9th. It's Hamlin, Johnson, Boyer, Kyle Busch, and Montoya, your top 5, and we're green again.
See Jimmy Johnson's car slide up again. We noted that his car's not the best on these restarts. Takes it probably somewhere in the 20-25 lap range for Jimmy's car to get going. I'm sure they've been trying to make some adjustments for that.
On board for that moment there with Kyle Busch. Remember, he started this race 32nd. He is right now running in the 4th position.
Johnson is able to get in front of Clint Boyer there, as you saw.
Trying to make contact there. Marcus Ambrose got just a little bit of contact from the 99 of Carl Edwards, but everybody gathered it back up. There's Tony Stewart on the high side going around Harvick. And there is Ryan Newman, his teammate.
Well, these drivers all know now if there's rain in the area, they've got to go as hard as they can. Even though there's 157 laps to go, they know it could be cut short at any time. They want to get as many spots as they possibly can, try to get themselves in a position to win this race.
Kenseth's trying to get back into the top 5. He's tried the high side, tried to go down low, but Allmendinger said, excuse me, I'm here.
Yeah, AJ's had a great night in this 43 car. He's done a fantastic job here.
Yeah, he and the 42 of Montoya are in the position of spoiler if they could get a win here. There's a couple of cars that are up front that are not going to be in the chase.
A little bit deeper. Focus in on Carl Edwards. Remember, he talked about how they've just not been all that great after the first 10 laps, as he is right behind Kevin Harvick. Joey Logano a little bit further back with Kurt Busch. They're both trying to get under the 47 of Marcus Ambrose.
Ambrose has had a good night. He's been solidly in the top 15, trying to get himself into the top 10 most of the night.
Well, Ambrose has top 15 finishes in 3 of his last 4 races. Looking to add on to that streak.
See Joey Logano get a little bit loose out of turn 2. Did all he could to stay off of Ambrose, so he has to settle back in behind. See Kurt Busch in the 2 car there. He'd run his way up near the top 10, but has been struggling here the last couple of runs.
A little bit further back, there's David Rudiman. He is on the move as well, side by side with Ryan Newman and the 17 of Kenseth. That is for 7th position, so Ryan Newman still moving forward.
Well, you know what Ryan Newman would love to do? He'd love to show that hood to Clint Boyer, and if Clint saw that, it might rattle him just a little bit. So I'm sure Newman would love to get up there close to Clint Boyer.
Yeah, he'd say, here comes the U.S. Army.
That's right.
You know, speaking of the Army, you talk to Ryan and the significance and what's happened, you know, obviously on 9/11 and all the celebrations, or the commemorations, I should say. He is very cognizant. He says, hey, this is still just a race. Every time I see one of those soldiers, that's who I'm racing for.
Yeah, he's very appreciative of obviously the sponsorship and what all of those do for us and give us that opportunity. But he's making a great move forward, Jamie.
Yes, he sure is. I spoke to Ryan earlier today, and he said, you know, the way we look at it, we're fortunate to be 13th in the points and even have a shot at making the chase. They've had 4 DNFs this year to this point. Last year they had 0. So they're going for broke tonight, taking any risk, being as aggressive as he needs to be, like he is right now with the 17. The car is getting better. Last round of stops, they made an air pressure and track bar adjustment to help him out, guys, and it's working. He's working on that 7th place position right now.
He's working hard, and that's two drivers right there that have a lot of respect for each other, the way that they're racing around here. It'd be very easy for Ryan Newman just to slip a little bit and run up into Matt Kenseth, or Matt Kenseth to crowd him a little too much and create a bad situation, but they know there's room for both of them to race. It's a great battle.
Just remind you, little slip there from Kenseth. He slides up a little higher. And we were mentioning the fact that up front, it is still Denny Hamlin on the left side of your screen, but the 33 of Clint Bowyer is running a little bit quicker, getting a little closer. Still the best battle in the top 10 is that one on the right side.
Yeah, this is really difficult, I can tell you, as a driver, to keep your car down the inside. Now Ryan Newman finally has to give it up a little bit. But to stay down there that many laps, you're getting a lot of heat in your tires, and it makes it very difficult to not only make that pass, but to stay off of the guy.
Well, Denny Hamlin still out in front of Bowyer, Johnson, Kyle Busch, and Juan Pablo Montoya.
ESPN's coverage of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series on ABC. Brought to you by Goodyear. Innovative technology to help you get there. And Cheez-It, because at Cheez-It, real cheese matters.
Back here at Richmond International Raceway, where we have completed 260 of the 400 laps. Denny Hamlin has just become the third driver to lead over 1,000 laps since they reconfigured the track to the three-quarter mark in 1988. Second place is Jeff Gordon with 1,402. And guess who's number one? Our own Rusty Wallace, 2,934. All right, Jimmy Johnson is now in third position. He's about 2 seconds behind the race lead. Let's listen in on the radio.
Yeah, I just realized I didn't set my brakes back after the caution, so I had more front brake there than probably wanted to. Seemed to work okay, so this is step why. If you see excessive temps, I guess that's why.
Is that why you were tight in the middle?
Possibly.
Killing me, dude.
Yeah, I know. I feel pretty bad about it.
Told you.
That's Sprint's inside look at the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup on the Now Network. For more NASCAR stats, in-car audio, and live race radio, check out NASCAR Sprint Cup Mobile at sprint.com/speed. All right, Jimmy Johnson's running third, but closing is Kyle Busch as he is running in that fourth spot. There you see the margin between the two of them. The drivers in the top four have now won the last 7 races here at Richmond. Why does it always seem to be that trend where the guys that are good at these tracks, the cream rises?
Well, there's something they know a little bit about what they're looking for in their cars. That helps a lot, obviously, with good race teams. But, Jimmy Johnson, we're getting about to the point that his car kicks in here, Ray.
Yeah, we're watching Ryan Newman come up. He really got his car good. It like the adjustments made or whether the rain has pulled the track off. But he's up to 7th, and he should be on his way to put maybe a little pressure on Clint Bowyer here.
Well, we're getting messages from around the track that there might be some light rain again. Let's check on this battle. There is some action going on as Joey Logano's trying to get underneath the 47 of Ambrose. What's the latest on the 20, Dave?
Better, Marty. They made a big improvement in this race car after he went a lap down and got the lucky dog on the caution before the one we had for rain. On the last run, he said it's quite a bit better. I'd rather not be loose, but you've made it quite a bit better overall. And so they just worked a little bit on looseness on that car, but big improvement.
And right behind him, Brad Keselowski having a pretty decent run for him as he is in his rookie season in Sprint Cup action, running in the 14th position. He's still looking for his first top 10 finish in Sprint Cup action this year.
That's right. It has been one of their more solid runs, though, in that 12 car with Keselowski in this series.
How about a check on Jeff Gordon? Remember, he got the lucky dog, got back on the lead lap. He is running in 18th right now. Jamie?
Well, it has been a tough night for this 24. They started off and made so many changes. They said they were trying to put a new race car on the track. And although it has gotten a little bit better, he got himself in the lucky dog position, got back on the lead lap. He hasn't made any progress since we went green. So this 24 not having the night they were hoping for. Of course, you hear that word momentum, and he was hoping to start it here at Richmond.
And David Reagan right behind him there will just let you know he is 1 lap down in 23rd position. So that's not a battle on the track. There is a battle on the left side of your screen, though. As you can see, Kenseth, Ambrose, and Logano, they're beating on each other. That is 11th, 12th, and 13th.
This car's really evenly matched right here. Just can't seem to. Ambrose seems like he has a fast car. He just can't seem to complete that pass on the inside. See if he can work his way by here now as he dives on the inside.
And the two Penske cars trying to get